I just came to inspire you. If you're feeling weary, that means you are almost at your breakthrough. You are feeling weary. You want to give up. You want to quit. That means you are almost at your breakthrough. That means that you've been going through a long journey. That don't mean you just started. Sometimes it could, but I know that you may have started something new, but the journey of it all has been a long time coming, and you want to give up. You're feeling weary, but I'm telling you, do not give up. You're almost there. I promise you. And I know there's a lot of videos of people say, you're almost there. Don't give up. You're almost there. And then you're like, okay, how much longer? How much longer till you get there? 5 minutes, 5 minutes, like how much longer? How much longer till you get there? Right? I have a little testimony, a little story, backstory, as to how I know that you're almost there. Because right now, I feel like I've been in a delay season, I've been in a waiting season, I've been in a wilderness season. And I know that, you know, people call it breakthrough or the level up, that is almost there, right? And I'm like, okay, the days are long, the weeks are long. The days turn into weeks, and the weeks just add up to the month. And it's like, okay, it's been another month. How much longer? So here's my backstory. A few years ago, I was studying to sit for the CPA exam. Okay. I really didn't have much distractions. I didn't really go out much. I didn't really hang out with friends. So I would work. I believe I was working, uh, I don't even know how many hours I was working, 37, however many hours a week. And I would work, come home. I would study 5 hours a day, 5 to 6 hours a day. Sometimes I'll fall asleep on the couch. I'll wake back up, finish up. On the weekends, I'll study 6 hours on Friday. I'll study 7 hours on Saturday. Excuse me. I'm fried. I will study 6 hours on Saturday, 7 hours on Sunday. Sometimes uh, it just depends. I may be short an hour one day. I'll probably make it up the next day, or I would just be short. And I used to log my hours. Okay. But I say all that to say this went on like every 3 months or however many, I don't know. I was sitting for a section. And so it got to the part where I was studying for my last section. And I never forget, this was like December. This was like December, because I sat for my last section in the March of the following year. And I was sitting there and I was, oh my God, I used to cry. To be like, I feel like giving up. This is just too much. This is just too much discipline. And you got to think, like in your life, you may be so focused on one thing and everybody else is living life. Everybody else is having fun. They're socializing. That's not really a big part of my personality anyway. Well, not my personality, but my lifestyle anyway. But even still, that's better than being stuck in the house studying. And so I was, oh my goodness, I used to just be so miserable, okay? But I would still push through knowing that I had to do it because it was just something that I had to do. I mean, I already passed all the other parts on my first try. So I'm like, I have to finish this. Like, I'm almost there. I know I'm almost there, but I say all that to say, um, I pushed through, and then when I felt like I was ready, I went and I did it, and I did pass. But sometimes you may not know the clear goal on the other side of whatever it is you're going through, but you do know that you've been going through it for a while, and you do know you're ready to give up. And me, I was ready to give up, and let's just say I didn't know like what was on the other side of me pushing through. But I know I was really close because this was like December, January, and my test was, I lied. I lied. I lied. I lied. I sat in. When did I sat in February, I think. Yeah, I sat in February, and I got my license in March because my license came real quick after I applied. But anyways, so yeah, like um, I just knew that I'm wore out. I'm tired. Like it starts really affecting your being, and that's how you know you're really close to that next point. You're almost there. I had tangible proof then. So like now, maybe in your situation, you may not have the actual tangible proof of what is on the other side of what you're going through, be it a breakup, grief. Um, let's just say, a job, that you want to leave and, or let's just say you want to find a new location, you want to move, something like something that you're working hard at. I'm not just saying you're hoping for change. No, something that you've been going through a hardship, you're actively working towards change. You know what I mean? And you know that you have some decisions to make, that will help in that change, but ultimately, you really don't know what your life is going to look like on the other side of it. And you really just want to give up. But I encourage you, when I say give up, I mean giving up doing what's right. You keep on the path that you're on, keep doing what's right, keep, you know, praying, keep being obedient, keep getting up every day, keep showing up wherever it may be. That's challenging, especially if you're in a place that's challenging. Keep showing up while you're there. Keep do your part, and God will do the rest. Keep showing up. Like for me, when I was studying, my part was to study, showing up, you know, and I've always heard it's a test of discipline. It's not really, yes, you have to learn the concepts, but it was really a test of discipline. And so you constantly showing up, even when you don't feel like it, even when you don't even think you're understanding what's going on, but you showing up and applying your best foot in the situation gets you one step closer to where you ultimately want and need to be. You showing up in faith, God would take that and use that to bring you to the finish line, the end goal. And really, this video is helping me. And as I'm talking, making this video, the Lord is just really and truly revealing to my heart that's what I need to do and what I'm going through. Keep showing up in my situation, in my environment every day, even if some things I don't may not feel comfortable in or may not fully trust. Um, keep showing up anyways. Keep showing up, being faithful that the Lord is going to turn it around and make actual steps towards getting yourself, showing up day by day and, doing actual things that will get you closer to where you want to be. That right there will help you to know that, you're going to get through it. You're going to get through it. You do your part, God will do his part. You can't handle it all because you weren't thinking about trying to handle it all, is what is discouraging you from continuing forward the right way. So keep showing up in faith, keep doing the right things, keep being faithful to God, keep praying, keep reading his word, keep seeking him first before you make decisions, and just constantly reflecting on yourself, seeking help when you need it, seeking therapy, slowing down your mind, not being quick to respond, react, make drastic decisions, especially when you are emotionally loaded. Just keep doing things the right way if you can help it, and you will get through to the other side, and you will be rewarded. You will get that reward that you're looking for out of life. That is a testimony. And I'm sitting here and I'm like, I did not plan on using my journey towards my license as an example, but it helps me to see that, you know, when I was sitting there and I was studying for months at a time, I mean, months. I think it took me one whole year to study all four parts. And it was hard, but I kept literally showing up every day, And even if some days you may half step, as long as you keep moving forward intentionally the next day, you're going to be rewarded truly. So you got this. You can do it. Do not give up. I know you're feeling overwhelmed. Sometimes we may have those days, a day, week, but you got to keep pressing forward. Because when you get up and you half step or you backslide, that pulls you back 10 steps further from where you are now. So you got this. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much for watching. Please like my video and please subscribe to Mind Sanctuary Space. Thank you so much. God bless you.